Hello everybody, this is the Chaosium stream, the third such stream, and we are going to be playing some of Cyanide's Call of Cthulhu game. You can tune in on Sunday or Saturday if you're in the States to see the next session of the Horror on the Orient Express game by Alan and the Type 40 crew, but in the meantime we will be playing through this.
Absolutely.
So please do enjoy. I am going to be watching and poking fun while my fine friend here actually does the more difficult part.
I have the controls.
Yeah, the difficult controls.
Yeah. So any complaints can be directed accordingly. Incorrect facts, incorrect movement.
Alright.
That's correct.
You are banned from making a single mistake.
That's unfair. Okay, so I guess we'll go new.
Well, there's nothing to load, so it'll be good. Alright. Pierce Investigations Agency Boston. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license.
It's good to see that it goes straight into the Cthulhu mindset, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He's already got a plethora of problems.
Yeah, everything's
I'm
already
sure will come
terrible.
to a head. And liquor and sleeping pills, he seems like a exemplary hero.
Is that a thing where if you... Yeah, John, you haven't done a case, we're going to take your license away if you don't detect hard enough?
Well, I guess I think that's kind of the shtick, right? Enter madness. Yeah, is that he's basically
don't hit
got
Enter
a whole bunch.
Madness.
I'm going to. Is that he's got problems to begin with, so he's the only man for the job.
Okay. If I am mad, it is mercy. Good things to leave behind.
Oh no!
Oh. I've made a mess. It's the worst fishing trip ever. I like the ring. It's very...
Well, it tells us something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Hang on. 0 chance. He's still married.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean...
Here we go. Divorced or widower?
Widower.
Widower?
Yeah. I mean... Or still married in his heart, though. Check behind. Have a look behind you. See what's looking at. See what's happening.
Alright, so that's when we came in. Let's see. Quickly go back. Alright, you know what? Nice. Side stuff. Let's crack on.
I'm always impressed with these sort of areas that look like they were set up by,
Madmen.
Yeah, exactly. And they're always, they're pretty good.
It's not bad.
It's organized.
He's kept a clean floor. Well, he's kept a floor.
It's-
He's made sure that his workspace is clean.
It's tidy. It's not clean.
Yeah, that's right.
There's I'm sure there's like there's a self-help book that would teach you how to get that look.
Yeah.
Alright. To crouch for it. Okay.
Oh, I just started crouching there. Okay. Crouching in this direction.
You must light up some items in order to make a rapid.
Okay.
This is imperfect movement. I need to provide
So I'm just
information
sort of
at this stage.
crouching. Oh no. Okay, so it was get the lamp. Okay, lamp.
A large pair of pliers. You're going to go back to the madman's place and you're going to...
Just so far sounding like a bad idea.
Do you actually have to go back?
I suspect so. Well, we've got bolt cutters, so I suspect they cut bolts.
Well, that was a chain, not a bolt. In fairness. A versatile tool, if ever there was one.
The law, fate inescapably draws you on.
It's a comforting voice. Oh, man.
What a putrid offering.
My thoughts exactly. Except less creepy. I'm getting flashbacks to that marine biologist episode of Seinfeld. I don't know why.
You have been chosen.
It's sort of it's less a run and more of a
Hobble.
like a hustle.
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Yep. Okay.
I like the bottle of liquor, by the way.
Yeah, so do I. Alright, I was saying, let's do really quick. Let's do like, it's Cthulhu, right? It's Call of Cthulhu. It's that sort of like mystery kind of thing. Do like a really brief, like, what do we know?
All
so
right.
like I'm saying, because
A reevaluation.
so we saw there's something was mentioning offerings. So
An offering has to
elderly-
happen.
Yeah, there's some things calling.
If we're working off the standard Cthulhu system,
Right.
you know,
I wonder why I still take these things.
Sorry, go ahead.
the doctor subscribed that when I returned from the war, they swore they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now, their effects have been wearing off. Aren't you not meant to mix sleeping pills with whiskey, just first of all?
I'm pretty sure that's
A recipe
my
for
deal.
disaster.
Sorry.
If we use the standard Cthulhu like idea, the standard spell, I mean, a ritual, it's an offering, so they'll be summoning something terrible. We know that.
It
So
looked like we got pretty close. That was pretty standard cultist, wasn't it?
it wasn't like, well, they had no face, which doesn't immediately make me think of like any of the standard monsters from the Keeper's Walk. So I don't know what they were. They weren't deep ones, or maybe have a drink. Probably. Well, I mean, don't drink is the sensible option, but I feel like we're oh, this will affect our destiny.
That was quick.
Oh god.
It's like it's right at the back.
Do we have a tattoo?
It's fine again.
I wonder if the second swing will affect our destiny.
Oh, we do have ask me another question.
Is the tattoo red?
No. I actually didn't see what the tattoo was. Like a bird or something. Oh, weird.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, we should.
I
Let's
can't
not
read
drink
the
anymore.
text.
Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Well, then you're not the person for this job. United States Detective Agency. Wentworth's. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So we are.
I used to be an avid reader. The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
I like the
think,
voice acting.
Yeah, so do I. I think we know why he drinks as well.
Yeah.
The most interesting, just one other thing about the cultists. The most interesting was that one of them had the face, like the change thing, which normally you just go, alright, evil, but he was shooting at them.
He had a
So there's something unwilling going on, right?
He had a military uniform. I wonder if that's linked to the Lost Battalion.
Married woman runs
I
off
think it
with
was,
her
I think it was a
girlfriend.
policeman, rather than
Husband couldn't understand it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It was a husband. The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had closed.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Prohibition? Well, I mean, he's breaking the law by drinking that whiskey.
Good old
Case
story
closed.
of blackmail in a speakeasy.
The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you.
Alright.
I should get rid of all this stuff.
Oh, so he's definitely got like, he's got his like personal case, I reckon,
Yeah.
which might have.
It's in Boston. It's in Massachusetts.
It also looks like is that prohibition? Is that
That's like
whiskey barrels, or it looks like it's by the sea, right? So they're dumping stuff in.
Ooh, dumping stuff into the sea.
It's definitely prohibition stuff. That's
Yeah.
them clearing out. What do we have here? That looks like children. Because I was thinking it was war thing, but those don't look like soldiers, do they? Yeah, it's prohibition. It's all the time about that. Okay, so he's personally decided to end prohibition.
Yep.
I have business here to attend to. Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Okay, here we go. So this is getting us into the screens, isn't it?
Yeah. Pierce Investigation Agency. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me?
Okay, so the remedy, I presume, is referring to his sleep pill and whiskey concoction.
I wish there was a cocktail name for that, like, you know,
No one's selling that at the bar because it'll kill you. But that's interesting, because so he's having memories, which I presume is, so I think it's PTSD, right? And so what's happening is he's having these horrible things, so he drinks to suppress it, and now he's getting into these other dreams, something more subconscious, a little
something
creepy.
that's happening. We also know it's 1924, we have the exact date, 20th October. It's kind of close to Halloween. Ooh, this is... Yep, here we go.
So, this is very similar to the Call of Cthulhu game, isn't it? So it's percentage-based.
Yep.
So I guess that means, so they've got them ranked, so we're not great at talking, which stands. We've got investigation. Occultism. That's not great at that.
I mean, yeah. We don't know yet. We're a novice.
Yeah, we're working out. Okay, so if this was the game, it'd be you're rolling a D100 under these, and each time you sort of complete a quest, complete a session, you get to improve some of them. So I presume there's going to be a similar improvement here.
Mental
I'm
trauma.
just pre-flagging. I want to do, and I've got the controller, so we collectively are going to do occultism. Seems excellent. We're not going to be talkers. I think we're going to intentionally be quite I like the drunkard, doesn't want to be there, and he has to stumble his way through. We're probably going to punch some stuff. Medicine seems
I was pretty in favor of medicine.
You don't have the controller.
Yeah, but I
all psychology, occult, and strength. We know who to punch. We know why we want to punch him, and we will send their souls elsewhere. All right, that's good. And we've got.
Here we go. This is who we are. We took part in the Musargon offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion. American units have suffered heavy losses from enemy and allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him.
Cool. But we're stable. That's good. So that means... What are we? Alright, Dark Water. I don't know what that is, so we're not going to look at it yet. Inventory. Ooh.
A light Lost Battalion.
And it's got our date.
10/7/18, yeah.
That was recent. Oh, sorry. Okay. Beginning to run out of things to click here.
I think we've got the journals. No.
That's got back on. Yeah. Okay, we looked at that. He said we don't want to do it anymore.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Yay.
Oh, cool. We get the skill. That's nice. Hello to Sweden, to Rekholm, and this is not a two-player game. I am just...
crippling my progression.
Exactly. So, we've got 8 character points.
Alright, as previously discussed, we've already got our build. What's going to be immediately necessary for a drunk detective? I don't want to go too far. So we got 6...
go far.
I'll get to the second tier. We're good. We're now an amateur occultist. Which is,
Should we? Do we want to go an all-round build? Do we want to become an amateur?
I want to also just quickly test. So, X is removed. Which one's that? Square. Yeah. So just quickly. So, 1 point we can just get to novice. Oh, so it's not just one improvement get to it. It costs more, and I'm presuming the later one. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 5. I can just look at the thing, couldn't I? That's 6 to the first. Yeah, so it gets more expensive for each one, which I think is cool. So, spiking occult, not so great.
I think we'll get the most benefit from actually taking 2 in medicine at this stage, because
we haven't. If we go down medicine, we're just gonna know that this concoction that we've been drinking is really
that's
bad.
not a bad thing.
No, we're drunk detectives. That's what we do. So, I wanted psychology.
We have one of them that we're like halfway. This one here, spot hidden.
Bring it up. And knowing the game, or Call of Cthulhu, the tabletop game, spot hidden's pretty good. So let's do that. And we got a couple points. I'm gonna hit something at some point, so we're going there.
Yeah.
Alright, excellent. Validate.
I think that is the start button, probably.
Options. No. Wait, yes, that's confirming.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will still be up to date.
We remember that you were a
On
bizarre
a related
occultist.
matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, do you still...
I like how all that time as he's making this goose, he's
I'm coming.
looking right down the barrel of a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
Oh. If we had good
You're
talking
free to
skills.
leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl. She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Alright. Okay. Well, let's look at the file first, because I feel like...
yeah, that's just...
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
It started in the dining room, so, I don't know, candle at dinner or something?
So we know... So the idea is that Sarah Hawkins, who's this bloke's daughter, is not framed, but suspected of murdering both her husband and the son, Simon, we don't have a name for yet. Definitely dead, but all we're trying to confirm is whether she was truly mad. Or something
Yes,
like that.
yeah.
Wait, she died as well, right? He said that... So they're all dead.
They're
And
all
Cecil
dead,
did,
yeah.
They claim the whole family.
The marriage of a businessman from the island. So Charles Hawkins is a businessman from the island of Darkwater, and we have seen in the menu that there is something called Darkwater. So
That might come up.
they live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon.
We've also got an address, Warehouse 36, Darkwater. So that seems relevant. Okay, great. We'll take the case.
All right,
First look at
now we take a look at this.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
All right.
That's no guy. Da, 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 da. Let's ask some questions. That looks like it continues the conversation, so... No.
well, we know where Sarah Hawkins lived. We read the file. So how about find out about Warehouse 36?
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Okay.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
He also says that, so they were saying that her mental state was fragile, so she's probably already been interred somewhere at some point.
Yeah.
So there's probably been like an asylum or something similar.
You must
That's
tell me
following up on that.
if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
I think this guy's delusional, slightly. Like, saying that she wouldn't hurt a fly wasn't really a question. It was just asking about her mental fragility.
Yeah, I think that we have to remember that he's probably not the most objective of figures to be listening to either.
I wonder why he's not going to Darkwater.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Also, he already went to a bunch of other investigators, right? That was implied when he said, "You'd be desperate to come to me."
Yeah.
We asked that. Yeah, I mean, we're not doing that because we are the right guy. We do that. I know. I'm being smug. We know where that is. I'm not clicking it. I don't care if there's extra information. We know.
I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Except trouble.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up.
Yeah, we kind of rude
An
to him,
artist
aren't we?
dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
That is
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
and we won't.
All
have a
right,
license.
I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Okay, well, we're rude to him.
Something's
In
queer.
fairness, he's very rude to us.
But it's not like I have a choice.
I do not trust this guy as far as we can throw him.
Yeah.
He's like
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the north.
handsomely contemplated is great.
I'll no
He
doubt
says
find
he'll-
some information on this island in there.
I'll talk over our narrator. He says he'll do anything to solve the case except travel. Oh, he said something else as well. That's good. Oh, he refers to her as Sarah Hawkins, not his daughter
Yeah.
or anything. Like, there's a... it's probably not. I suspect she is his daughter, because he's famous, we know that, and she's pretty successful. So, I don't think he'd be able to totally fake a connection. But I reckon... It seems like he's more protecting his own reputation
And what
than...
what happened with all the other detectives? Why didn't that work out? You know?
I guess Darkwater is just a... We didn't recognize it, so it doesn't seem recognized to us, but it's probably just like some pretty rough place. Alright, what are we looking at?
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Okay, well that's a bad sign. Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. I don't like this book. Was it a sea or dream god? No one knows. Well, dream god. We know what dream gods are.
Yeah.
No.
Well, what's a dream god, Jim?
Oh, well, I mean, technically, if we want to talk dreamlands, that's a separate issue. But, I mean, the dreamer is Cthulhu, so, well,
That would seem apt.
yeah. But today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coasts of Massachusetts. All right, well, I mean,
Aren't you glad I put points in a cult now?
yes, offerings
Rather than medicine.
are being made.
All I have to do is go to the port.
Sorry.
I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Yeah, well, let's...
It's not Boston, isn't it? Okay, so...
Yeah, well, we've offerings are being made. We know offerings are being made, and...
Dreams are also directly relevant to us, because we just had one.
And if Cthulhu is involved, I mean, we're starting to... Some bits are slotting in, whether that is just...
Us deciding that things connect.
Much like in an actual game of Call of Cthulhu, you get that situation where you're like, this makes perfect sense, and
the game master's sitting there going, I don't think so.
We've increased our volume a bit. We'll talk louder. Unfortunately, we can't just change it entirely, so we're going to yell.
We can review it as well later on when
Yes.
we take a short break. Do we, in character, think these dreams are real? Or are we working on...
Are we a believer, kind of? I think we're in... Well, we've got some skill in the cult.
I'm more asking, do we even recall the dreams? Because he didn't seem to... He's not making any connections yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's
Get out of here.
let's bounce. We just gained points for opening a door.
Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Alright.
Fair.
I'm not loving the large whale bones there on the loading screen.
I am. I think this will be great. You've been woken up night after night with enough dreams that you've filled most of a journal with dreams of orca corpses and whales and things, and
now you're going to a whaling village.
We don't need the liquor anymore, at least.
Yeah. I mean, I'm almost certain that our destiny will be altered by liquor again at some point.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, we drank like 3 times. See if we can find a drink.
In the Pulp Cthulhu rules, you can drink to negate the effects of sanity damage.
Yeah, you can. I'm glad we found a red book.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
Dude to the front playing really ominous music
Yeah.
the whole journey.
Are you playing that violin to creep me out?
Chill.
The whole time. Focus Home Interactive presents. Game by Cyanide Studio.
Are we Boston based? You were just saying it was off the coast of Boston. Not
Yeah.
it's from Boston.
I think we're from Massachusetts.
We're almost there.
James Fitzroy. See, I get good vibes from James Fitzroy on
seems
the other
good.
hand. He does seem. We're almost there.
It's a little Popeye-ish.
A little bit. Well, now we don't need to put anything more into strength because we know there's a bunch of spinach below the deck that we can grab. Oh boy. Look at that.
I reckon those massive harpoons had anything to do with all the whales and why they're cursed.
Yeah, I'm also not confident there's a destroyed boat.
Let's just turn back. This is not a
good place. Oh no.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
Yeah, let's
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Yeah,
Does
Obed
the
Marsh,
Hawkins
he
case
does kind
mean
of. I do get a little bit of an Obed Marsh vibe from him.
Is there a better marsh?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a
the really
landlubber,
famous book that I've had a complete
was a
brain
good
fart.
man.
The Lovecraft book that
And his
everyone's
wife,
talked about.
Sarah
The
Hawkins.
Shadow over Innsmouth.
Oh.
He, Obed Marsh is
nice
the
young
captain
woman.
who.
And a
Oh, that's right, the drunkard that he chats to and
Oh no, I think Obed Marsh
You know
is
what?
the
Go have a drink
progenitor
at the
of
Stranded Whale.
deep
What you
ones.
need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you.
On the
I think
As
submarines,
for
like
me,
government.
you'll find me at the
They
Harbour
send in
Master's
troops.
office.
They don't drop it. They drop it.
Blew up the-
If it's
They-
the Hawkins
I
family
think
that
that's
brings
in
you
Delta
here,
Green.
I
think
have a
that-
pile
I
of
think the
documents
foundation's
that
the
should
Delta Green
interest you.
role-playing games.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
He said that there's a bar that we can go to.
Oh, okay. Good. Problem solved then.
No, we can drink more. So that's good. I say we have a wander. Let's not. I think we can. Okay, we're going straight to the bar. Well, we're an
Any
alcoholic.
other silly thoughts? He's the one who brings the religion of Dagon to Innsmouth.
Right. Yeah.
I say we go with his suspicion.
Yeah.
And we do not trust that bloke as far as we can, again, throw him. Strong again. The further we can throw.
Yeah, this person doesn't look. Did we just kick someone's stool?
Hey, be careful.
Are we the problem? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, that is a very
Let's get him another drink.
dangerous person.
He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Fair. It's an RSA.
See that one with the big punch icon?
That guy was looking for trouble. So choose your camp if you don't want the same treatment.
Hey, buddy, I don't want any trouble.
So serve me a drink.
Just to make things clear, only regulars can run up and tab. Others pay.
Also a sensible step.
Well, we already asked for a drink, so let's...
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
Oh, I forgot it was Prohibition.
Oh yeah. There's only the
I
small.
like only a small... Like a little...
I wouldn't say
drink, is
no
that-
to a glass.
Try this.
It's got Prohibition written in really big letters
Letters
right behind him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna come up. I'm gonna remember that. Also, we were like investigating it with a...
I think now
We'll get along
the
well.
discussion in chat is that we're not actually an ass. We're just countering the general. It's like when you walk into prison, you have to. Let's get a second.
No, it's not, because he sort of looked at us passingly, and I guess we didn't completely kick his chair over. Okay, now we've got a drink. We've established a rapport.
Let's just ask.
We are really good at talking. That seems like a really cool way to get no more drinks. So
Yeah. Let's
Do you know
just
where
ask.
this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah.
The Hawkins.
If I
Oh,
were
so it
you,
was
I
their
wouldn't hang
warehouse.
around there.
Why not?
Okay.
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I bet you will say more. Hang on.
Please
I'll
say
solve
Captain
that.
Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Ooh, it's the same.
You want a drink?
Well, a second drink won't hurt us.
Oh no.
Same again, please.
Oh, it's
There you go.
dialogue
Okay,
as
we're just
well.
so what we're doing is it's coded here. It's a really subtle one too. You don't say, "Can I have an illegal drink, please?" You say, "I've heard tell
I thought
of an
there's a-
illegal drink."
Yeah. It's a subtle thing.
That's
you're
no
not letting
moonshine.
You can say that again. House recipe.
We're gonna be fast friends. This guy gets it.
people-
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of want to ask. No, it's got prohibition in really big letters.
I think that if we ask about Darkwater, he's going to give us like a stop snooping. At this stage, we're kind of in his good graces.
You want to just bounce?
I think we should.
That'll be all for
Throwing
now.
this guy next to us again.
Do we want to have a word with him?
I'm also suspicious about that. The dame in the corner.
Yeah, the
smoking
dame in the corner.
and sort of looking around. Well, look. I think they're big on Halkans. So we
Yeah.
can talk to this bloke. Now, let's get out. So these look like some sailor types.
You have no right.
Asylum
She was
staff.
committed 100%.
She was committed. Yeah.
He laughed. My God.
For all you know, he could have been, damn, that's an attractive dude. Wish it wasn't 1920s where checking out other men was illegal. Yeah, well, we don't have very good psychology. We've put all of our...
We're working on it.
We're going to get there. We're certain she wasn't doing anything occult, though.
No. I like us just standing here and listening to this conversation. And there we have subtitles on.
Yeah.
Afternoon. Boys. Good to
Let's speak to this.
Oh, he looks very suspicious.
He looks a bit sick.
What do you look? No, I'm not going near you.
Can we
You want to
talk
speak
to...
to that man? I'm eyeing the area. I'm doing a pass. You know when you get to somewhere, you gotta... Okay. Big on harpoons still.
Yep.
Good. Ooh.
Ooh, a back room.
Ooh. Locked.
Yeah, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Okay. Oops.
Maybe if you go back and order another drink, we'll get let in.
Let's do... So, I'm eyeballing... That looks interesting. Let's go... Eh?
Yeah, let's have a word with that.
Yeah, look, we've already walked past.
What you looking at, stranger?
Okay, well,
Alright, yeah,
nothing,
that's fine.
apparently.
Is that a compliment?
Let's just say nothing at all, and then...
We're an alcoholic. I want to make a
I've
friend.
rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
It was a compliment.
Yeah.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
Oh,
That
I
didn't
really
work.
like her. She's good. Okay, fair call.
Are we-
We'll take that.
We're not going to try and talk to her again? I think let's not. Let's not be that guy in the bar.
Yeah, no, let's go stumble over to someone else.
Nightmares.
Does he have tattoos up his
Can
arm?
hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader
Algernon
and
Drake.
appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Like carvings in his hand.
That's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
Maybe this is like the knowledge of whatever ritual is happening.
Okay. It does not end well for this gentleman.
Well, Algernon Drake is... You're practically already dead with a name like Algernon Drake. It is a very investigator name, though.
I think that's a player. I love that.
Nightmares.
He does have very thick wrists, actually.
Can
Look
hear
at that.
things and voices whispering.
Yeah.
Will follow its reader and appear at various locations,
He's just told us
gifted
that
with its
there's-
own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
He does.
Yeah. What does the book say? Can we read the title?
So, Liber. Ooh, it's a prologue. Halfway. I like. So he's got tattoos done. Unless it's just ink. That's not anything. Is that like?
He's also got more scarring.
Is that like Asian font where it's going down? Do you think, or is it just written at an angle?
Maybe he was writing it like this across his arm.
Yeah,
if you know
because
what I
if
mean.
he was, that's his right hand. If he puts that down and then just writes.
Oh, that would mean he's left-handed if he's done that. Which, as
Information.
a left-handed person, yeah.
That's coming up. All right, that's good. Okay, let's one more for. Let's see if we can threaten this gentleman, and then we know where the warehouse is.
I mean, we can just get going.
I know we were told. I don't actually.
Oh, that's the tap.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker and a debtor.
Oh,
Here we go.
that was good to see.
Do we think was she successful? It was just that she was. Was she successful? Her dad was popular. We knew him immediately. There was a little.
She was a painter that we recognized. I think she was pretty successful.
Yeah. How do I can lean? How do I get up our menu? Nope.
Yeah, +1 to observation. We did well there. Could we?
Oh, no! I just want.
Can you those? Can I? All right. Now that we have this information, do you want to go talk to those 3 people? Because I think if we could ask them, "Hey, have you seen Charles?" And if they go, "No, I don't know who Charles is," we can say, "Well, we know he drank here." Light the book on fire.
I actually don't know how to get up the stats menu.
He looked like a washed-up Corvo.
Yes. Corvos are good. It's got a very Dunhall.
Yeah, Dunwall.
Dunwall, that was good. Yeah. And I was thinking that the woman looked a little bit Bioshock Infinite Elizabeth.
Yeah.
It's got the white, which is kind of like that's the same aesthetic, isn't it? So time. Who do you want to talk to?
These three.
folks.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
I
That's
like that they're
true.
all the
It's a
fishermen,
reminder of the
particularly
time
old,
when we
I
were
guess.
still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
The end of whaling?
I guess.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest. The one of the miraculous catch.
Okay.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
They've got kind
What
of
report?
English
One
accents
that's
to them.
framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
Oh,
And
okay.
it was delicious.
Good time to leave.
I bid you farewell.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
That's very unfriendly.
I had the wings of the girly boys. I was pleasant.
Let's go and look at that.
Alright.
Let's go and find that newspaper article. Yeah.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most
The Siler,
significant
that was the
event
boat
of the
that we saw
last
in the
80
Right,
years.
that was like destroyed, right?
Yeah,
or at
yeah,
least
yeah.
ashore.
And a warehouse for rent. If that is the warehouse that we're
Yeah.
thinking of.
Wait, hang on. Is renting his warehouse?
I think this is what it just says. So
Yeah, but it's more difficult to read this one. Oh, sorry.
all right, let's read it. Miraculous catch. The Siler returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Siler, or remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the Cetacean, that's a good word. Cetacean is already being called in the miraculous catch, covered the whole of the deck and parts of us were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritional benefits. I'm sure it didn't, like, steal your face or something. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Only part of the island. I wonder which part wasn't.
the poor, I suspect.
Mr. Margs is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visiting on the docks.
Okay.
And
That's where we are.
yeah, that's where we are now.
Oh, hang on. So
Each person will leave with a bottle of oil. So they're also using whale oil, which is very dishonored, once again.
So
Are they saying they ate a shoggoth?
I hope not.
Can shoggoths swim?
I don't know.
I think I've seen...
Shoggoths be eaten. Also, I hope they don't look like. I hope that's what these people think whales are.
Yeah, oh, that's true.
A drastic failing in the education system. What I'm interested. So hang on. They say. All right. This is probably just me not knowing biology or books. But are toothed whales a thing? Don't they have like baleen or like the
like hairs that strain
that
out
they
things.
strain through? Because I don't actually. Oh, you know what it is? It's orcas. Remember when we saw the killer whale in the dream at the beginning? I reckon
Yes.
those are what they're referring to as toothed whales.
Okay.
And where do we? So cetacean's a really good word. That makes me think of like.
Made me think of crustacean.
It makes me.
Asian
makes
must
me
be
think
like...
of like a tiny, like
Yeah.
a really old.
Yeah, like yeah, I get that.
Okay.
My God.
I like how, you know...
I don't know how to bring the diary up.
Oh, no.
We're no. What this means is we're doing it blind. We're gonna have to remember
everything.
everything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're good. We've got this. I quite like that we found that clue there.
Which
you know,
one, sorry?
the one. Yeah.
I mean, it glowed.
Let's ask the bartender to see if any of what we found in his bar is going to let us.
First. Whoops. Nope. Afternoon.
You again. What can I get you?
Rhodey.
Hey.
Rhodey.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
Yeah. Good thing. I'm coming through.
One more, but it'll be the last.
When we drank,
They
we
all
drank
say
3 times last time, and that was when we started getting the wavy effect, I think.
Yeah,
So I
it's
wonder if that's
probably.
what we found.
He's very muscular. I have to say. Guy, low carb diet. He's doing keto.
Credit to him.
He's mostly whale meat, you know, paleo.
There's Ryan.
Oh, yep.
Looks like Monsieur is a connoisseur. Not bad for a guy from the city.
We are fabled alcoholics.
I think we head off.
No, I think now
I
we're
didn't
drunk
expect to
enough.
find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway.
Oh, I bet it's
else?
the woman in the corner. Alright.
That'll be all for now.
I want to see if we can. Let's. I've got the lighter back out. All right. She's got the cigarette out. We approach. We
With a
offer to
lighter.
light it. She's already smoking from it, so
it's
that
already
goes well.
lit, so we're sufficiently awkward.
And then we say, "Wow, you can put those away," and then we leave again.
I told you to beat it.
Okay. That was really quick. Okay, just crouch away. Pop that back. Okay, excellent. All right, we don't have a diary, so let's go through here. And so we know where the warehouse is, although I can't remember what they said. I presumably
We've got objectives in the corner too to talk to Fitzroy and talk to Bradley, but let's go for a wander around the docks. I think we can.
Something's happening over here. There's
Let the
Bradley.
police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any
Now,
faster?
didn't they say that whaling ended? So
Yeah,
there
you're
shouldn't
right.
be any more whales.
Because they left. Well,
Can't do that.
they may have figured out
But
that...
it's only a fish.
That's medicine.
A fish? You've got
Yeah, they're fish. They're not whales. It's fine.
No, no,
They're
no.
technically right, right? Orcas are a different...
for it, for sure.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know what they are, but they're different.
I'm just saying, if we had medicine now.
Yeah, but no, we did the flex move earlier. We had a strength one.
Yeah, we
showed
did.
a little gun.
Good point.
Really strong on that guy.
Trouble.
Let's
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
Are they trying to pull it?
Oh, they're trying to wrench it.
There's something coming.
Are they going to
something
tear it in
real
half if
bad.
they do that? Yeah.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna get us into trouble.
So I
You
reckon...
can't understand. You're not sailors.
I'm pretty
It's a
sure.
sign.
So they said
There's
there's an end to
something
whaling
coming. Something
because they
real
left.
bad.
It wasn't because they decided that it
Put
was
that beast
amoral.
back
They
in
just
the
left.
water, you
So they catch
shysters.
one.
You're crazy.
No, they're repeating.
They're cops.
They
They
caught
can't
one, pull it
understand.
in, and then
Damn
someone's saying they need to
stupid
put
idiots.
it back. Shall we talk
Forget
about
it.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Oh, this is Fitzroy, one of our objectives. Okay.
That's it. Nah.
Let's go on his side. I think. Let's just say it.
Okay.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always.
Oh, this is Bradley.
And you? What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36. Darkwater
We
Harbor.
got on his side.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you.
Yes.
Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
Which is
can't-
apparently
Don't put that
dragging
beast
fish
back
up
in the
here.
water, you shysters. You're
I reckon-
crazy.
So in the beginning, we had the
cops.
vision.
They can't
That's the
understand.
uniform that the guy that
Damn
shot
stupid
at the cultist
idiots.
was wearing.
Forget it.
It is
Nobody
a
listens
hat.
to us
Oh,
anyway.
did he have a hat?
That's
What
no
is that
way
thing
to
over
treat
there?
an omen.
We're trying medicine.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
We're gonna fail.
check if we
Gonna get
can.
us into
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
That could have been us.
We're not a specialist. You know what? We do our thing. We're a drunk detective. We're not great at talking
Yeah,
to people
can't
because I always did kind of
I don't want to talk. I don't want to be nice. I
I-
want to yell at
nobody
I
everyone.
did always find that trope weird that it's like the drunk
no way
detective
to
is always
Really
suave.
charismatic.
Yeah, no, we're a drunk. We
don't talk good.
Yeah, we're not great at this. Is that why there are bones everywhere? Any catch they drag up, they won't throw back because it will end the world. I mean,
Just the stench of rotting fish surrounding the entire area. So did we went past the boat, right? Earlier. That was
The
that was just the
silo.
I reckon that's it out there. See in the distance there?
Well-
the light just got I reckon that's the sealer. Because we went past it in the cutscene.
yeah,
I think this is Fitzroy.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking to. Oh no. This would just be a random fisherman. Excellent. Back we go.
Welcome to Darkwater. That's a big rock.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, that's...
Alright. Let's have a little let's go for a wander. Harbour Master appears to be crossed out. Or is it two bits of... that
wood.
looks...
I think it's 2 bits of wood. We're looking...
yeah, it's 2 bits of wood.
Yeah.
That ain't a clue.
You live in a tent?
No, wait. There we go, got it.
Broken. This place seems half
Maybe it was
abandoned.
crossed out.
Oh, there's
no,
our boy.
That's
It's rude to snoop before we talk.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck. I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you.
right behind us.
But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
So that'll be what was stored in the warehouse?
Well, the Hawkins warehouse. So
These
we had everything that was
manifests
going
are
in and
signed
out.
by Charles Hawkins.
1819, 1907,
That's
and a
all I'll
partial
get from
date.
them.
The rest of the document is blacked out. We want this information hidden. So this all happens before the war.
Yeah.
Our Lost Battalion thing is marked in 1918, by the way. So, you know, and it's 1924 now. Check, turn around for a second. I spotted to the right there. Yeah, that.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Kat.
Oh. Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer to your message. Just make your payment to the carrier. I bet this is about their liquor.
Smuggling?
There's a liquor, and I
Yeah.
bet Kat is the woman in the bar.
Refused to talk to us because we were only lightly rude to her. So
It wasn't really a threat. It wasn't. I didn't think it was overtly threatening until I read.
well,
threatening
or
letter.
the terms of our agreement are clear. Oh no, that'd be a previous agreement. You're right. He's basically running some sort of mafia.
Broken.
Oh, he was.
This
right
place
behind us.
seems half abandoned.
He's just talking.
Check the
Ooh. Oh, here we go. So sperm whale, something whale, oil whale. Do you think?
maybe. Something. It almost look like daughters.
It's like a tally board. The Maritime
Yeah.
Bank. Oh, they may have valued stuff based on these symbols. It's incoming, outgoing. Maybe if we just click
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
Ooh.
years.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Let's check that through that door. Okay, nothing.
Not super surprising. Yeah, we're gonna snoop anyway.
I like they've got a dead rat, but they've also got a scented candle set up.
That's nice. How do we get out of here? Like so. Okay. What have we learned?
Model ship. I bet that's a sailor.
Oh yeah, good call.
The Scylla.
Scylla.
It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Yep, there was the one we went past.
All right.
The one that brought in the mega whale.
Ooh, this is interesting.
Hello. A library, the investigator's best friend.
Oh,
We don't need medicine. Ignore.
Oh
Did we gain something? Yeah, we
Yes.
got points. Press this one. I don't know which
oh,
buttons.
so
We're on a
it'll be
PlayStation controller.
we're
It's
using
all
a-
Xbox.
Yes.
This one? Oh, that's lean.
It'll be maybe that one.
That doesn't appear to do anything.
Middle one. There we go.
Where is that button?
Middle one. The middle one there.
That's a button?
Yep, that is a button.
Okay.
That's
I'm not going into any of the clue stuff. We're leveling up and we're getting out.
Yeah, we know what we do, and
Which
we
is
do
going
it
to be
well.
immensely frustrating for everyone in chat who's going to remember stuff that we forget and refuse to look up.
Yeah. Well, they'll let
Tough.
us know.
No, we've got the buttons. Oh, they can let us know. All right. Let's finish that. Oh, that was a lot of points.
What?
So we can like, how many points do we have? We have 1 point available. I thought we had like a couple. We did level up.
Go to your inventory and check if you can read that that book.
We have knowledge.
Oh, there. Check the medicine book. Check if we can read it.
I think it like.
Or was picking.
No, I think we got it. We got. Oh, yeah.
Like
This
did
made it
picking
look-
us up
I think we got.
medicine one from it or something.
Yeah, I think because look, we're like halfway there, so I think we may.
Do we want to just grab medicine so we can examine the whale? Like it'll be really small. Yeah. All right, we're doing it.
We have 4 points before we can get anything, so let's just leave it.
Yeah,
We'll make
okay.
a decision when we get there. Ew. That's
Probably just the coast of
trying to
Boston
just
or
turn around.
something.
Yeah, I think because Boston's got that little leg there, right? That little like sticky out bit.
We can't.
I think it's upside down.
We also can't be sure because this is probably Boston from Lovecraft County, like Massachusetts from Lovecraft County.
Is
so
that a different layout? I thought they just jammed Arkham like in somewhere. It's still the same layout.
Oh, I thought they
Massachusetts,
added like
isn't it?
a peninsula sort of thing.
I don't know. Ooh, cool.
That's a hanging upside down boat over some.
Excellent. Okay, let's go for a wander. Let's go for a little snooping. Ba-ba-dee. This is the Harbour Master's place. Cool collection.
Apparently, there is an explanation of why all the candles are green.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Oh, this man and Fitzroy could be twins. He has a wooden leg. Well, I'm getting even more Obed Marsh kind of vibes from this person.
Okay. So probably the previous Harbour Master. Game unsatisfactory and some flags.
What a macabre souvenir.
Oh, that's a wooden leg from the guy in the photograph. Yeah.
So it was like 80 years ago, right? So it couldn't be. It could be a
His
son. Yeah, it could be a father. That's probably it.
Or
So he's probably got some...
Oh no! It was, remember the line that was like, "Our grandparents tasted the flesh." It's probably his grandfather.
Yeah, you're right. It goes back there. As soon as they start eating things,
Maybe the eating is changing them some way.
yeah, or is it? Could be eating is regenerating, and they could be lying about.
Their grandfather's tasting
and
it.
nothing's really tracks that way, has it though?
But they're
Nothing's
all
really-
the same. Yeah.
The only thing that tracks that is they kind of haven't updated. They haven't really gotten with the times. Like this place still feels like it's
Could be the
80
80s,
years
yeah,
ago.
yeah. I know we're not doing medicine, but I'm just thinking we know about we know about eating. If we didn't know, I don't think we should do medicine. I'm committed to this character now. If we know medicine, we'd stop drinking.
Oh wait, hang on, there's something over here.
Check right quickly.
We have a sprint button. I forgot about that. The hustle button.
You gonna pick up the pieces?
Bootleggers.
Come on, you bastard! You'll see what a true sailor's
Nothing
got
for
in
you
his
here
belly.
either.
Oh.
Beat it.
Hear that? You bilge rats don't scare me.
There's nothing
What
for
did he
you
call
here
us
either.
just now?
Beat
I
it.
said
So
you were
this is a
bilge rat.
confrontation between bootleggers
Yeah.
and fishermen.
Okay, so
And
clearly-
also remember, he got our Captain Fitzroy got a threatening message from who we presume is one of the people smuggling. It looks like there's a little bit of a
maybe like after the fishermen sort of saved the world, presumably by dealing with whatever the problem was, the bootleggers are now like disturbing the waters, literally, if that makes sense. Like they're back and they're messing around, and while they're here, whatever their work is.
yeah. Also, the bootleggers didn't they have like he had the line where he's like, "This isn't moonshine," and he's like, "There's a detection of rye in it." I reckon they're putting something slightly dodgy in
Well,
the
we've already
liquor.
got something about eating.
And also about
It'll change
something...
our what if we've already had
and
some?
we've had do you remember the change your destiny thing when we drank?
Yeah. Oh no.
Also, look at that. Is it a fisherman?
It
Oh, it's a harpoon. I'm sure we'll find that later. All right.
We supposed to meet him on the deck.
Okay. Sorry.
Turn around. We'll just go back out and walk along the pier.
Go for a little wander. Meet him up on deck. Oh, yeah.
Boston from Lovecraft's work is more or less the same. Major differences is they changed some of the borders or territories and increased the size of some of the islands off the coast.
And I guess this is one of those islands,
Yeah.
right?
Fishermen versus bootleggers. Winner controls the fate of the world and the pub. More importantly.
I found him. So by deck, look at him. Look at his
Yeah,
sailor.
what a
Like,
sailor.
He always refers to the.
Oh no, it's
veranda.
literally the deck. Like the.
Yeah,
it's
I
a.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor.
Yes.
The hard-working
I think
lives
that's
of my
I think that might be an
sailors,
Australian
the
thing,
fights
because
of the stranded
He had said meet
whale.
me on the veranda.
Even the
oh
antics
yeah,
of
God,
this
yeah, meet you on the
warfare
veranda.
still
No
escape
worries.
me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Okay.
You got it, guy. Well. Your documents are unreadable.
Let's not annoy him yet. Let's ask him
That's
about.
just saying you snooped around. How rude. It's chat.
Yeah.
We're talking.
Oh.
Ooh, that's telling him we snooped. This photograph looks strangely snooped. I saw that. There we go. Ooh, and that one's the song. I'm intrigued by the miraculous catch.
I love how much you could like. It really does. You really find clues, and it's really.
It's unlocking stuff. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I really like.
It'll also encourage us. I bet later on we'll get something else. Go back to talk to someone else.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailors' return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
We've already got that. It is 9 o'clock. Let's take a 2 or 3 minute break to get a glass of water, and then jump back in. All right. Thank you, everybody. We are going to be right back. Hello, we're back. Thank you for waiting. So, first of all...
Fade intro.
Fishermen look like they're all cousins in Lovecraft's work. Fishing villages were very insular. This is interesting because it's a mobile profession, you know? You move to do it, right?
No, I mean, like, you have a hub. Like, they're going out and returning. Also, they're on, like, some little island.
You're particularly slightly qualified to talk about this because you can sail a boat.
Sure. Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Ask me anything. 3 questions.
Let's say the killer whale. I think that's still a
I think,
nice
again,
question.
these two are prying, like we were saying.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Why they
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Oh. That wasn't what I was thinking at all. I thought they caught it.
Yeah, I thought-
and that was just. But you're right. It had massive scars.
I
thought that was
thought
just
that,
the
yeah,
process.
like that's what happened by getting it up on land or whatever.
Because I was thinking, like, the other ones I was like, they harpoon them, basically follow them until they slow down. I might be confusing fantasy with reality here, but I was thinking, and then because they have those big harpoons, like rip it in, pull it up on deck. There's bound to be some damage. I was thinking it's that.
Yeah.
So now
I
we're
guess
thinking,
now that it was like almost bisected,
yeah,
wasn't it?
Kills the killer.
Yeah, who kills the killer whale? You haven't said anything.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here.
No, he's on our.
But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
Didn't know that the Chaosium had a Twitch channel. I hope we can see more stuff around. Absolutely. We're going to be, to start off, we're streaming 3 times a week with a prop making workshop with Alan Carey from Type 40, a Call of Cthulhu game, Horror on the Orient Express, and
Which
this,
is on...
which is on Sunday, so you can...
At 6 p.m?
Yeah, it is, Sunday at 6 p.m. Australian time, or starting at 11 PST, I believe.
And these are all recurring.
Yes, every week.
Weekly.
So come back and check it out. You'll have a lot of fun. Let's ask him about the warehouse.
Yeah, because that's...
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
You see the big 36?
Understood.
Yeah.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
We do. It's Charles.
Yeah, belongs to the Hawkins family. I like that. Like, that's like an unlocked thing. Yeah, I like that.
And the rest.
Yeah.
It belonged to
Is
the
this a
Hawkins
game?
family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
Oh, so Hawkins, ship owners from father to son. So her husband's family were from here.
And the others aren't right.
I
'cause
bet
old
her
mate-
child was like corrupted with the blood of those
Yeah.
who would like, yeah.
Also, I reckon Hawkins, the old man, was involved in this smuggling. What was her name? Catherine. Just quickly.
Catherine Hawkins.
Because
yeah.
the acronym we saw was CAT, right? CAT. That's a pretty good. That's
Oh.
a pretty common nickname for Catherine.
Oh my-
right?
wow,
So
yeah.
If we have, and if we had the warehouse, I reckon warehouse was stocking liquor.
Yeah, maybe she was involved in some way. That's interesting.
And also then getting all these hallucinations and stuff.
Let's call him on the documents.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally
Wait, no,
unreadable.
he showed us those.
Yeah,
things.
I saw
He gave them
that.
to us. That's fine.
I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
Seeing Mask of Nyarlathotep props, if you're talking about the Masks prop set, we actually are making some of the props that go into the prop set on Wednesday. So you can tune into that and you can see. We'll also be posting everything to YouTube, so if you've missed it, you'll be able to get it.
Well, so far he's just saying that a bunch of information has been hidden. Now we're suspecting that the dates have something to do with it.
Yeah.
I haven't been paying enough attention to dates.
Let's ask, unlock
I'm
means-
surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom.
No, it was none of my business.
We know he was threatened by someone.
By someone. So let's call him on it. It's our time to call him. Remember there were those options there. So let's ask the photograph
Go,
first.
Oh no, but that's not relevant. This is the one where we go.
All right, let's do it. Yeah.
I found a
fool.
threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Okay, well then it probably isn't Catherine because she's dead.
Maybe her name wasn't Catherine. The photograph looks strangely live.
Slightly. No. So we go, who's this person called Cat that's threatening you? And he goes, stop snooping around her stuff. And then we go,
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
we really are a detective?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
We should go check.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Snooping. Now I've got the sprint button down. Mastered.
Yeah, far quicker now. Yep, we do have a dialogue.
What a macabre souvenir.
It's the same thing, I think.
Yeah.
So, he's the captain of the Scylla. We didn't know that previously.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's interesting.
Also, it does explain, it explains that and stuff.
It also hints that maybe he knows more than he's letting on if he's a direct descendant of the person who caught the whale.
Yeah. That looks like those boys that were blocking our path. Just saying, this place could use a little, a pick-me-up, couldn't it? What time of day is it supposed to be?
Grey.
I say people are drinking, but people always drink.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
Yep.
This guy's saying he's a visitor.
Yeah.
I'm sure not a lot have come here, especially those that are tied
I've seen
to
the kind of
bootleggers.
messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
Probably why she could drink so
No
much.
doubt a question of territory.
Yeah, actually.
But I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you.
We've had a word with the captain.
I shall take my leave.
So we get inside the warehouse that has screens and stuff at night. Okay.
Or, counter-proposal.
We get in that
We
car.
don't, and we leave. This seems suspicious.
Who parked their car here? In the middle of a street.
Bastard.
The spot hidden skill.
Ooh. Once all the eyes... Wait, what? Allows you to take items in close range. Oh, okay. So it's like a...
Oh,
focus
it's
and
what?
we
Yeah.
That's cool. I dig it.
I think we're pretty good at spotting hidden.
Yeah,
I think.
I think we're all right. This opens the grate below us.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
We're not going down there.
Okay.
Ever.
Look.
So
do a circuit. Have a.
A little nosy over here.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Ooh. The wrench.
A lever. This lever activates a mechanism.
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
Interesting. And up there, I presume, is where we apply the winch. These are the same winches that they were using to try and haul it back into the...
Oh, that's what it's going to do. You're going to drag up the grate. We're not strong enough to lift it up by hand, so we have to follow the rope. Yeah.
Yeah, the rope goes straight up there.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's just a path. Is there a ladder I'm missing?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a ladder. It is so dark. Up I go.
It's a very dexterous act to be able to climb a ladder while having your...
It's got it between his teeth. Alright, let me affix
I could use this.
the winch.
Mount the handle.
The handle. Leave. Spin the handle.
Nope.
Leave.
Yeah, that was something. There's a question mark.
Don't think it was. Where?
In the bottom left corner of the screen, a question mark is appearing.
I should put my ladder away.
Oh, hey, oh no, we can't jump, can we?
Oh, hey, no, we can't do that yet. Yeah, just spin.
Maybe we now go downstairs?
Maybe it's because I've got my ladder out. Nope.
Maybe we now go downstairs and we can activate
Oh, yeah,
from
because
down
we've
below.
activated it or something. Back down we go. Get done.
Whee! All right.
Let's have a little look-see. So, a short bounty sign. Keeps doing that. Oh, the question mark's saying that there's stuff around. Oh, that's what it's doing. I think the spot hidden skill flashes because it's like, there's still...
A whale vertebra.
Oh.
If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
And it's been lying around.
Because it's been about 80 years, right? Something is flashing. There is something of note.
There it is.
Aha! Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Yep, there we go. Okay.
Why did they, like, disassemble it and... So, do you think that was, like, a malicious disassembling to keep people from going here? Or was that just absent-minded, someone not doing very good
I think, well, this
maintenance?
place is clearly in such disrepair that I think that... I don't think it was malicious. I think that they just, like... It is bizarre how disrepaired this island, though.
Also, if they wanted to, like, stop people getting out there, they just take the rope off.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. Mount the cogwheel! Spin! No!
Clearly we have to find more. Maybe check
What does it
behind you
even
in the
connect?
corner.
So, that spins this. This currently spins nothing. That cog just spins in
I think we need to find
empty
another
space.
cogwheel. Turn around, or check in that box over there to that little box there. Maybe. I think there's another cogwheel that we have to find downstairs. Cogwheels of Cthulhu.
Call of Cogwheel. Okay.
Mr. Obed Marsh, I can't find my way in. Please help.
I like how he's so determined to find an entrance into this.
I mean, there's the massive
clearly
cogwheel there.
Like creepy. Like, how about we don't? Let's say we did. No, it's flashing.
There it is.
Ooh, detective.
Ratchet device. Held aloft without risk. We were happy with a risk.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I
we
need.
got a little check mark.
Yeah,
we
there
did
we
it.
go. Okay, so that makes sense now. So we know when there's more
detective.
to find. All is well. Mount the ratchet.
Ratchet device.
Turn the hand. Oh, it's a strength test.
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this hand.
But luckily, 1, 2.
Damn, I broke it.
Oh no!
We're too strong.
The one thing. Is it broken?
Apparently. Okay, well that's fantastic.
Let's put points in medicine. I'm going back to get my degree.
No, it's because we haven't leveled up strength yet. We need a main strength. We need every situation where we can just tear into something and beat it up. We need to be ready. Strength and occult. Let's just that's the big ones. We know what we need.
I regret.
Well,
those
well.
points.
A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid.
Okay,
What
that's
gave
rude.
you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
You'd think we were strong and stupid. We're just stupid. I have no idea. Let me through. Yeah, we're done
This
with
muddy alley is yours?
Yeah,
Good for you.
Occult and strength. That's
You've
what
got
we're
work
doing.
to do.
I don't think that you've quite understood
We're
the
exactly the
situation.
kind of person a Cthulhu
I'll tell you how
investigator that
things
needs
work
for this
around here.
situation.
I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Oh, you reckon, do you?
Uh-huh.
So your cat. Quick, just say so your cat. We've caught her.
Look how
We've
strong
caught
You
her.
don't have to do this.
Of course I do. And I'll
No, I
even
think I
take
missed.
pleasure in doing it.
Oh no! That made the nuts.
Oh God, we really cooked this.
Yeah, way.
Get this joker out of here.
Okay,
He
that
might
might
have
have
a
been
little
my
trouble
bad.
walking on his own.
What have you done?
Okay, alright, so...
I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming.
Well, we saw it
If I wanna get
coming.
into
We were
this
too
work.
busy laughing.
Or I was desperately just trying to punch her. Okay, alright, so cool. Information gathered.
Yep. On the
She
plus
will,
side,
she is very much a real threat.
What is also nice in a weird way is that if I wasn't doing this on stream, you know, hypothetically, I might quit, I might start again. But now it's like we've committed, and the story evolves. You know,
Yeah, it
we had
evolves.
and now we know we were dumped in the.
Oh, no. Well,
man!
She didn't kill us. So she's not a killer. She just showed us a message.
Oh, she tried to stab us.
She did try to stab us. Why aren't we dead? Maybe she just thought, look, we haven't nosed around. Also, too much trouble, right? Kill
Yeah.
a detective, cops come. or this weird sort of half sheriff arrangement.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
Excuse me?
Who's
Well,
Saint Brendan?
It's not the captain of the ship, because he's old mate Fitzroy's dad, so it's not that. So
I've never heard of this saint.
we should have yelled at
Is
him.
it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the Navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
And what happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them.
Well, that's probably a suck. So there's two detectives on this island.
Yeah, you see, we were lying in the mud.
That's all we need for them to
With a
hear
knife
us.
in our guts. Yeah.
What brings you to dark water?
Oh, well, now you're all friendly now, mate.
I want to yell at him.
The two guys behind you. What are
Saint
they
Brendan.
guarding?
Don't we know this? When's
The
it
bootleggers.
Ooh.
Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway.
Oh, as we've
They're
discussed.
more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Oh, so Kat isn't a bootlegger. She's one of the ones. Wait, is that what they said? I was too excited about.
Let's say
it.
who is.
So here's what I'm just quickly. Here's what I'm thinking. Because those if we thought that Kat was Catherine, right,
Yeah.
and might have had like a secret operation bootlegging, and then they would no, this woman appears to be Kat and not dead.
Yeah.
Catherine, and if the husband was making liquor, they could have been killed by the other bootleggers, and that was the little
So it's like
rivalry.
a-
So it might have two bootleggers and the fisherman.
Yeah.
And this is a three-way battle for the island, and two detectives.
And presumably Cthulhu as well. Yeah, let's ask who is Cat.
Excuse me?
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Like how their title got changed to drunkard from fisherman.
These people are useless.
I've taken enough of your time.
I'm sure some of it's
We'll see you later.
They gave us information. That's friendly. We'll support that. These guys are still yelling. Ooh. Is that a pastor? A man of religion.
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, it looks like the guy who...
Ooh, is he protecting the warehouse now?
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer.
So,
Edward Pierce.
We tried to get in
Private
underneath.
detective.
This would be another way.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this
Oh, I
warehouse.
think it's been a while.
That case was closed months ago.
Oh, okay.
Months ago.
Stand corrected.
Yeah.
We're a
What
detective.
more
We
can you
ask these
say
things.
about the death of the
We've got a
Hawkins
rapport
family?
with law enforcement.
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
Reverse psychology.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home.
Never mind.
Do yourself a favor. Leave him
He's
well
not part of
alone.
their family, though, because the whole family was killed.
Yeah. How young was the kid?
Simon?
Yeah.
Well, the guy's grandchild. I was
Could've been
guessing
like
like
a-
6.
Could've
Yeah.
been like, I think we saw a picture of him. So he was like, wait, hang on, I've got. Oh wait.
We're not looking at the
That's like
journal.
notes. That's not. I'm gonna go ahead and break that rule. Immediately. No, I don't want to look at clues. Maybe I do want to look at clues. Where's the case? Oh wait, hang on. Chapter
Carrick.
1. There it is. He's that old. So he's like.
Yeah, the drawing of him.
He's like 10? Oh look, that's her, and that's
The boy.
the boy behind it. So that's her painting.
And that symbol, I don't
Whoops.
know. Like,
That's
I'm
not a Cthulhu one. I'm
It's
familiar
not.
with,
It's yeah. It's not like the elder sign or the like other elder sign.
It's also interesting that this isn't painted from her perspective, right?
Yeah, I think it's probably a dream that she had at that
it looks
moment.
exactly like her. But it might be because the like immediately I say that's probably the husband because he seems to be doing some dodgy stuff, right? But now I'm thinking it could be that we're looking at the sorry, get my sentence right. We're looking at this from the perspective of the husband, and you can see the wife protecting the child, and this is some other holy eldritch entity, or it's not. Let's go.
Well, he does. We need to get into that warehouse.
Yeah, we do because there's a big glowing
He's
check mark
really
on the
not letting
screen
us.
that says.
Maybe
Well,
we
I
can...
think we go past these boys. And you know what these need?
Maybe we can get in under here.
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you know
Oh,
who.
this is a nice way to listen.
I bet that you hid them somewhere in your hut on the docks.
Oh.
Not even. And don't go looking there.
Okay, so we know where they've
How
hidden
could you
something.
be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat
Oh, so that's
while
where
you're
we
at it?
walked in.
I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
I think it was disassembled because they like took down those two pieces, hid them. Like they didn't throw
Oh,
them
it
out.
was
They
just-
hid them because the reason I didn't cut it was because they do go down there regularly.
Yeah,
But that way they
yeah.
can just say, "Oh, what
Yeah.
are the chances?"
Yeah.
These guys is getting bashed.
And we know where they're
figure
they
out
have
the
something
ones
in a
eventually.
hut on the docks. Do we want to go look for that first, or do we want to just
On the
challenge
docks?
him?
Yeah. So what did he say? Hut on the docks.
He said that he had hidden something in his hut on the docks.
Oh wait, let's also have a look at. Can we get to
The statue. It was
I mean,
defaced.
This is what I'm. Oh, here's
yeah,
huts
here's-
as
here's
well.
huts
That's
on the
2 for
docks.
2. Navigator has a very large spear. Oh no. Oh,
What does
dear.
it say? Oh, that is
That's what was written on. That's the same
Stuff that was
symbol
on
as
his
what
arm.
was on
The guy's arm?
Drake. His arm.
yeah. Algernon Drake.
Oh, look at that!
Okay, well we found something. That's clearly
It's right on the cusp because that could just be like a fan or like a
one of those.
It's
like,
actually it could be like it's got a little bit like a fleur de lis kind of like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
up-
yeah,
it's-
yeah, yeah, I was
it's-
thinking
to us
fleur de lis.
immediately say Cthulhu, but you're right, it's not necessarily like a Riddler kind of vibe as well.
yeah.
Okay. Just talking about-
I get I was about to say I get a little Arkham City. Isn't that funny? Oh, you know from Batman. Yeah. Oh, an occult. I think that was an occult check.
Yeah, it was. I was trying to get a view of him without walking off the dock. Which I can't actually do. He's got. Is he wearing a hooded? No, his arms are outstretched. We've got a. That's
The Navigator.
neat. Alright, let's have a look here.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Okay. So we know it wasn't a script of a normal language. We just
If
didn't
talk to that other
recognize.
bloke, we might have a chance at figuring out the language now. He was pretty nuts, actually. I think we were. I think we were pointedly not talking.
Check the doors as we go past. Just make sure you can't get into any of them.
Rain speed.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, investigation.
I'm a detective. Oh, don't.
Damnation. Broke it.
So can you? You can't retry these.
It's no
I like
use.
that.
The padlock won't give.
Yeah, I do like that.
So do we think?
Oh yeah, so that's why we broke the winch when we tried to get
I'm
in.
also so nothing. There's probably not going to be much stuff that has one path. Like there'll be another option because it's probably just going to be harsher.
I say we do. I say we max out something.
I agree, 'cause
then
you wanna
something
have
else.
reliability.
And I would say strength because I think that is in our character of this like kind of gruff but traditional gruff drunk.
Yeah.
Not like he's also suave.
No, he's just a drunk.
Yeah.
I also like that. Then we can get into trouble and we have a backup. We can get out by just punching.
And
which we should have done.
I
once
would
he
say let's do
attacked us.
strength, then occult, then either psychology or medicine.
Yeah, I agree. I think we originally talked strength, psych, and occult. It's also interesting because that means that I reckon we passed the check on that whale right at the beginning.
Yeah.
We just had a 10% chance to do it.
Oh yeah, of course, because it's a roll under system. And
So-
look at me, thinking all
We
this.
still had a chance. It wasn't just a hard. All right, well, we can't get in there, but we knew about it. So yeah, it's all this business. Impossible wall. Okay, we've seen Brendan. Let's go interrogate the gentleman that we think may have.
With that said, just going by our knowledge of RPG mechanics, we'll be much better off just bumping our med to
doing a spread.
Yeah.
Because it's the cheapest points.
Yeah.
So we could go through and get all these 40. Because getting this to 5 will cost us way more points than anything else. Let's go low. It's like let's finish off. Let's get these two up a bit next, I reckon, and then we'll go back and we'll pick these up.
Yeah.
I
think
I
I'll.
ain't
Yeah.
talking to one. Although we actually have talked to a lot of people. All right, boys.
Wow, you could tell who's this guy.
No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaps. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Oh, rude.
Isn't he referring to the drunkards? Don't they sell liquor?
Let's check out what investigating their activities.
Oh yeah.
Is it you who defaced
I went to see the statue of St.
Pretty
Brennan.
proud of it.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Oh, we didn't say anything.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
Probably Archon.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion?
Well, they
And
have
who's
to speak
interested?
the language to deface it. It's obviously Algernon.
There could be others that wrote it. It's also like
Kat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite
we lost
intimidating
the
if she can
chance
make
to say,
two
"Oh,
men
Kat's
like
out."
you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
oh dear.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
Good for him.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one
Well, the
enter
real
her
owner is,
property.
the Hawkins.
Yeah. Is she just squatting on it?
Let's just say this passage.
Oh.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
Ooh.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Should we just try say Kat sent me?
It's such a stupid thing to say.
Yeah, you're right.
I bid you,
don't-
gentlemen, farewell.
I don't think so. I'm not feeling that. So, am I smart enough for this guy? Is this the warehouse we were in previously? Wasn't warehouse 36?
No, it was a door that could have led us.
And then we go under and get to it. So actually, we actually probably were just snooping around someone else's warehouse.
Yeah.
Well, I feel bad now.
Yeah, I mean, it was also a derelict warehouse. You know, I feel bad. I don't feel.
We already talked to him.
He's gonna get us into trouble.
We already knew that.
You can't understand. You're not seeing.
Dude, let's get back over here. Let's see what they're
Let's
doing
check
next.
Algernon and Drake while we're going past.
Little
Let's
drive by.
have a word with him.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
They've got yeah. Harpoons in the
statement.
sign. Yeah, I think something's in the liquor.
Yeah, it's pretty central.
That's it. Maybe we should let him take it.
Yeah, that's central.
No. No,
Ooh,
the
Kat
risks
won't
are
be
too
here
high.
anymore.
It's a book, after all.
What?
Where is she?
Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's
Mysterious.
just
Let's
a
call
little
her on
drink.
what we know.
We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after.
Oh, those guys, it's not
Just
us.
that standing guard in this alley makes us...
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. It's something that I respect. So understand by that. If I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
I say we just
Tell the truth. We're
Yeah.
just smart enough to lie.
I'm investigating the deaths of the
She'll
Hawkins
catch us
family.
later.
We're direct.
Very
We're a
nice of you to
direct
tell me the
feud.
truth so openly. But it's also
Not
really
like you.
stupid of you.
We do what we do. A cult
You really
strict.
don't seem to know the area. let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
Okay, speaking of not just saying the first thing on your mind.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Not at all.
Yeah.
I'm very serious. A whole family died in a fire, and I've got reason to believe that there's still more to be said on the subject.
Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care.
Honesty,
but I'll go
be
with
direct.
you to make sure
Also,
you don't stick
it's
your
fine.
nose
There
into
we go.
things that don't concern you.
Yeah.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Seems fair.
Yeah.
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective. Follow me.
You got it open.
Nobody questions
I had it
your
open earlier, I
authority
just
here.
forgot.
I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit, and nobody cares.
And the police?
I
They do
don't think
nothing
she's
to stop
part
you?
of
The local cops?
supernatural conspiracy.
The cops drink
You
like
know?
everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley, I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
The cops, they can't understand.
Damn stupid
I think
idiots.
she's willing to
Get it? Nobody listens to us
Like-
anyway.
travel with us means we're either about to get stabbed in an alley, or like it's actually just not. Yeah, I agree. Because if she actually was involved in
It's fine.
the fire,
He's with me.
she probably just like keeps just saying no.
And we're also kind of on her good books now. We've been honest with her. We've impressed her. We're in a trading relationship now. So I'm pretty confident. This is our warehouse now.
I'm the tiniest bit slow. Going that way.
Be a gentleman and move that for me.
Oh, I'm not even a strength check. Massive.
This is where we get stabbed.
I'm not gonna put any points in strength yet, actually. I just wanted to.
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
It gives us the chance to snoop.
great.
I thought you wanted us to.
Yeah. Also, that was not a key. That was a lockpick. So.
Ugh, this place
Well,
stinks.
we know she doesn't own it because we know who does own it.
So she
What is the
just walked us
connection
through here
between
and-
this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Okay.
Okay. Try.
This looks exactly the same. I guess we piece stuff back together.
Oh wow.
So someone was wounded and bandaged themselves up. Psychology.
What happened here?
Yep.
Oh, they punched it after having, because they already used the bandage. I guess they could have done it directly after. Intriguing. So we passed that test. Medicine, which we're great.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
I don't know
I'm
if
not
we
sure we
succeeded.
passed that one.
It smells as bad as it looks.
So they've got fish guts. So someone was sleeping here. Someone was living here.
Ew. Yeah, it does look that way, doesn't it? It's more painkillers.
Can't
than
sleep.
something else.
I know how that feels.
Okay.
They are a kindred spirit.
Is this done? Nope. Okay. Ooh.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
Well, it's their warehouse.
Wait, isn't it their warehouse?
Yeah, I mean, what is a picture doing here?
I guess that's true. Oh, wait. Oh, because someone's sleeping. Oop.
Oh, yeah, they were cradling the picture.
Oh, this is creepy.
So...
Also...
I think it...
I hate to get ahead of myself, but this is kind of culty looking with these candles and everything.
I think this was probably Charles. What the hell is that?
Okay, hang on. I don't want to look at that.
I think this is probably Charles.
The kid's not in it either. Okay. This was cool.
Whoever hid it here seems to worship Sarah Hawkins.
Ooh.
What just happened? Did I imagine?
Wait, turn around. Don't leave yet. So someone's living here who worships Sarah. I bet it's Charles. And after she died, and he's still alive. And after her death, he's like trying to reconvene or something. You know, like
because it's nothing here implies it was recent. It's months old. Well, actually, that looks a little. I guess we don't know timeline.
Have we missed anything?
No.
Check to the left.
That's why it's so good to leave. So let's definitely wants us to leave. So he's punched this because he got angry. He was tending to a wound. He could have been trying to... Oh, we've got our insane gardener or whatever. He's in the picture. So if he was obsessed, he maybe tried to save someone, gets angry. He's been sleeping here. I don't know what that is. And he worships... They said he worships Sarah Hawkins. How did we get that from this? This is a weird...
Well, we're in a cult where we have a cult. So that was like our skill. Like we realized that the positioning of it here was like that.
But like Hume, what if that looks like Sarah Hawkins?
Oh, she's a painter, remember?
So, but surely
This
you
is
say
probably
you
her
worship.
paint.
You don't worship. If I create a sculpture of Cthulhu, you don't worship me. You worship Cthulhu.
Well, I think it's more that he's looking for like anything of hers.
Yes. The worshipping Sarah Hawkins more speaks to this to me, having a photo.
Yeah.
Does that guy look a little Innsmouthy to you? Like, it looks a little bit like he's...
I'm never sure what the Innsmouth look actually is, because it's depicted in so many different
you
ways.
get tons of people's really cool things. That one says to me, because that looks a little bit like, sort of like deep eyes, a little bit hollow, and that looks to me like gills a little bit there on his, put the fire next to it.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that we've seen.
Is that her signature down there?
So we can check, because we've got her painting. Yes, it is. Good call. Have we seen that image since? Is that reflected here anyway?
No, and we didn't see it on in the writings of the guy's arm or in the.
Is that just bits of meat strung up? That's a fish head.
Oh, yeah, those are bits of fish.
And it's right over where he sleeps.
God, this is
I'm still
awful.
not sure if this is a recent.
Let's check the blood and stuff.
I think we've gotten everything. Because I think that's why it was saying you can leave.
Okay.
I mean, you're right. It seems. I think this doesn't seem like months old to me.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised our.
Well, no, it
our
doesn't need to be
humble
months.
detective-
It doesn't need to be months old.
Well, no, but that does say that it's post the crime scene, or whatever. Like this could have been.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! You again.
That's why she
I
picked
told
the
you to
lock.
stay
She's
away from this warehouse.
trying to
I've
get
been
us
setting
caught.
us up. Okay.
Let's give it a shot.
You sent your men away.
Oh no.
I see only one overweight police officer and one hardened veteran.
How dare you? I am a representative of the law.
Relax. Look what I found. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
Let me guess. It was in the Hawkins Mansion.
Precisely. You can still see the burn marks. There's no doubt about it. I must admit that you seem fairly competent. But I can't allow you to stay here.
That's a compliment.
I've seen enough. It's the Hawkins Mansion that interests me now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail. I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again.
Ooh, I bet she set us up.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a
We
pair.
got a cat now, but
Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
She was trying to set us up. She was
Is
straight
it
up
far,
trying to...
this mansion?
yeah, see, that was a weird exchange.
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins Mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Excellent, we made a friend.
Chapter 3, Garden of the Hawkins Mansion. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place, thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation as well as a partly charred painting. Interrupted any searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins Mansion.
Kat seemed to be saying, like, that we betrayed her confidence in some way.
Yeah.
But we didn't. She let us in.
Oh, maybe a jug of water over there?
Yeah, sure. Maybe it's because we told the detective what we were there doing. Maybe she was like, just chill. Be cool.
Well, look, worst case scenario is she now thinks that we're her enemy. She won't be calling in that favor.
That's true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Scar, smile.
Oh.
He's been stabbed by her before.
Yeah. This is our strange figure. Yeah.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Silas Winchester, I guess.
I was going to say, I think it looks largely brick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sure. The inside.
Let's
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Oh, so it was like a spontaneous
Not soon
combustion.
enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Absolutely. Have other questions.
I have other questions.
So Silas was on hand when the fire erupted to quickly put it out. I mean, that's our...
Let's ask more about Silas.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
So he was tied to Charles, not just Sarah. In any way, so he probably doesn't care about her or necessarily about the son.
Yeah. You know the place very well. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I was saying that's... Nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous.
Strictly.
But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Well,
if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Okay, let's crack on.
What about you know the place very well? You don't want to call him on that?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Let's not waste any time.
What's I think this place is falling to ruin.
Oh,
we can all
Night falls quickly here. And I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you. If only to reassure Silas.
So this is daytime.
Oh. Do we want him with us? I feel like he might stop us from getting what we need out of Silas.
I agree. And also, if somehow someone turns up, we have to, like, say we're with whoever we're... Like, we're aligning ourselves or something.
You stay here and keep an eye on things.
Okay. But don't get the impression that I'll leave you alone inside the mansion.
We've gotten a couple of clue points. Shall we level up our strength?
Oh yeah, it's good. Good idea. Have a look at. That also means that now if we hear anything creepily following us, it's not him. Yeah. Let's have a quick look. How many do we have? We have 4, and we need 4.
Let's
Done.
do it.
Silas ain't gonna know what hit him. Not that we would.
So we're 4 now. We have 4 strength.
Jeepers!
You're right.
That got you. Right at the beginning. Oh,
we're not in
does not
frickin'.
bode well. It wasn't bad, but just I don't know. I thought it was a good idea.
Hill Cop in 1693.
1693. This house is much older than it seems, but the architecture seems too recent.
The architecture.
He was ahead of his time.
Truly terrifying.
Said birds. We should not have come here. Oh no. Okay, so just gonna back up into a corner here really quickly and rehash. They mentioned that he was watching over he's still watching them over. So he's around here.
I say we don't examine the graves yet. Let's go and have a little bit more of a poke around.
Alright, okay. Also there's a lantern there, so someone was here recently. We're gonna back out, we're gonna keep our eyes on those, and then we're gonna turn around. Is that more graves? Also, hang on, I am gonna look at those graves. Because this house is really old.
Yeah.
And this isn't a graveyard for a family that's been here for years. This is a graveyard for recent people.
Poor kid.
There's fresh flowers.
Poor kid.
But I'm more just saying, like, if they'd been here since 1693 or whatever, there'd be more tombs.
If they are
weird
all,
that this is all smashed
if they
up.
are all over who? Charles.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done
He
this?
smashed it himself because he's still alive. If my theory
thinking
that was
Charles,
Charles.
yeah.
Also, just a thought: if your immortality theory is correct, that would explain why there's not a lot of graves because they're all still alive.
Also, my previous theory that her name was Catherine is wrong.
What's
her name
her
is Sarah. I'll put a massive tangent about it as well.
Yeah, okay.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her.
And but he saw him as a son.
Well, no. Turn back and look. Are there flowers in the vases? Well, the vases are there. The flowers would have been there. Yeah, there they are. So the caretaker... It's not the caretaker, because the caretaker took the time to bring the flowers here, and someone else smashed them.
Yeah. Or someone else. Yeah, you're right. Who else would bring them? This wouldn't be their job. But they did notice. They noted that he was the one that was very cared deeply for Charles, because he was a son. So this window's boarded up.
They must have been pretty successful. This is a nice
This is a
house.
nice place, I know.
Unless it's one of those weird things where it's just like old family wealth.
Well, they have had it for ages.
Yeah.
And no one wanted it because of... Let's get the lighter out. It seems very...
it's just a lighter.
Nice hat here.
I like that as you're walking, it won't stay.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa!
You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them! Dump them into the ocean!
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Give me that.
Yes. Oh.
Oh, look at that.
Now he's in control.
And we gave it back.
Control yourself,
Weird.
old man.
You've got guts, you little bastard.
You and I have got some talking.
That was cool.
I like that.
Understood.
Weird choice, but
I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. Yeah. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let
Was
you.
it
The mansion is insane.
No, I just...
That's why
I
you
feel like we're very
barricaded the
smart.
entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked. And I make sure it stays that way.
Suspicious. Alright, yeah, weird thing to say. Oh no, he's saying like, are we good? Or yeah, that seems creepy.
You still put flowers on her grave. You cherish her memory.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the first. Here, take the key and do what you have to do. Go on then, just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
So he hasn't been going in. Oh, it's the cop. He hasn't been going in through here either.
No one's been in, apparently.
Pierce, shall we enter?
No. I shall enter.
Do you want to have a little more look around the outside? Or?
What now?
Nah, I say let's go.
I'm kind of thinking like, yeah, this is.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm coming with you. There's no way I'll leave you alone in there without a watchful eye.
And this dude seems sus as hell. He's clearly already been stabbed by Ms. Cat.
Yeah.
But not killed. Like, just I suspect he was just under her control. Already seen this.
Pierce and Officer Bradley explored the gardens of the Hawkins Mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester. The old caretaker, still faithful to his employees, keeps watching the place armed with his axe. Pierce and Bradley manage to calm him down and finally get hold of the key to the Hawkins Mansion. They enter the building, looking for the scene of the fire.
I like how Bradley's inserted himself into helping to calm him down.
Oh yeah, Bradley really helped, didn't he?
I know
you know,
the place.
the policeman armed with a gun.
In the distance.
Who left this light on?
Who left these candles? Oh no.
Get out me. Cool.
What's that thing next to them?
Anchor.
Oh, okay, it's an anchor. I was like, is it a big mushroom person?
Clearly got a theme.
The sea.
And, which, you know, good for them. That's Charles with something eldritch coming out of the shadows.
It's a painting by her.
Yeah. So we've got
Ooh, it's a storm outside. That's good to
cobwebs.
know.
Hasn't been cleaned very well.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins.
Oh.
What does this tell me?
Are they eating a squid head?
It does look like a... It looks... Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, let's enter... Someone had a fight. Or threw something back. This isn't where they died, is it? This is
No,
something
they
else.
died
This is
in the
last
drawing
supper.
room.
Yeah, we're supposed to go over there.
This roast. What strange creature has
We are
flesh
killing
like
these
this?
medicine
Well, we might be wrong. Oh, that might have been that might have been us failing.
Yeah.
That might have been him being like, yeah, you didn't find out. Oh.
This place is for the head of the family.
It does.
Okay. Oh,
Charles
and he stood up.
Hawkins.
He stood up and he...
angrily and it fell backwards, is what we're thinking. Find the fire scene. Who was he yelling at, though? Is there something over here? No. This is where she would have sat. Going by that logic, though.
Is
so
there a
he's
third place for the...
Yeah,
or the
there's not
kid?
one for the kid.
Yeah, just up
oh,
there.
Oh, no, hang on.
Also, the kid...
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
Oh.
Oh, so that's probably why he's yelling.
Silas.
Oh, no, the kid sits next to the mother, actually.
Yeah, so who sits there? Silas?
That's just bread rolls. So they pass those back and forth. So the kid's sitting here, smashes his plate. Old man gets up, cracks it, and left.
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched?
I'm not eating your weird fish.
Something happened
Eat
at
the
this
fish.
table.
This is like...
An argument?
This is like the... Honey, I tried so hard on this. This is very important to
The
me.
kid's just smashed it on the ground.
No! And he's finally lost his mind.
Hey, kids. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Oh. You reckon that rat's dead because it came up and had a little nibble of the suspicious shopper?
It's the thing that we were knocking back shots of just previously.
Yeah.
Quite possibly.
That's not one of hers. That was just a creepy portrait that they bought.
Silas managed to bring the fire under control.
Wait, don't go in there yet. Check.
It's already too late for the Hawkins.
Just talking to himself. I hate that guy, so that's fine.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
Oh my god. No!
Why do people just learn to stay at home?
and never go anywhere. Charles Hawkins poses like an explorer in front of exotic ruins. It is common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for? I think that's probably the single worst piece of news we could have possibly gotten. I'm really glad we didn't just tear after the policeman.
I also like wasted away his fortune. But just poor bastard.
Check if there's anything on the back.
I did. There's not. He's got a cool gun, though. I also like poses like an explorer. Like, he isn't one, but he's just pretending to be.
It's a nice...
Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way.
Okay. What is that?
Broken ladder.
What does that lead to? Up there.
Ah.
Ooh. Not painted. Oh, no, it is painted by her.
Charles and Sarah's wedding is painted by Sarah herself. Charles and Sarah's wedding.
Probably means she was
painted by
happy if
Sarah
she painted
herself.
their wedding.
Well, he's not exactly looking... He's not exactly... I guess it's flattering. He just looks kind of like a beast. Alright, let's meet our friend. Oh, no. Yes, let's meet our friend.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
I just want to have a quick look around before we do it. So, everything's burnt. I'm done looking around. Wow. It's properly contained, isn't it? The last room was fine.
Yeah.
More or less. Even outside this door.
But it's
was
burnt.
Yeah, down here.
What's
completely.
that down here?
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
Maybe it was an explosion.
It does look like that, doesn't it? I wonder if we can find the center. No. Still crouching.
A missing painting.
The one that was taken is in the downstairs area, right?
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
That's also... That looks a bit like Charles's, doesn't it? Doesn't he have a little goatee? Kind of a look?
He does. Maybe he's one of Charles' ancestors still alive in like an eldritch form.
Yeah. I'm feeling
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
almost assured. Oh, that's everything.
What's that?
They had a fight. Why?
I think we're assuming that's the center of the blaze. Like a smash oil lamp. Oh! He's like... Stop talking shit about my creepy ancestors.
Stop talking shit about the dinner I tried so hard to make.
My squid people. Oh, those are small feet. Oh no. Yep.
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others?
been given a chance to do an autopsy, have we? I presume they buried them. It's been months ago.
I mean, well, we know they were buried, dude. We went to the graves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was months ago.
Did it stop at the time of the fire?
What's the time? 10 o'clock? Or dead
almost
midnight,
bang
10
on
seconds.
10.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the hour hand in the minute. We had another thing where they were censoring shipments dates. Might tie.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
more of a time thing, but
I think there's something probably in that corner, the back there. No, other one. Yeah, it was like a shadow or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, this is him being a heavy drinker.
Yeah.
So he's having a nip.
Something happens. He gets in an argument with her. They get into a fight.
She didn't ever hear that. Oh, she gets like thrown. Do we think? Or
yeah. Then the oil lamp is smashed. Maybe he threw it down and lit the place on fire.
Oh, you think liquor, like possibly?
Well, maybe it looks like. I mean, at this stage, he very easily could have like thrown her down, smashed the oil lamp, and lit the fire. And now he's overcome with guilt at having killed them.
And just sits here drinking as the whole thing.
Oh no, he was drinking that started the fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I'm thinking that everything points to him being the murderer.
Oh, I totally agree. I think that's weird. Wait, no, but she painted it, not of an ancestor. This isn't an ancient painting. This is in her time.
Unless she
painting.
knew the ancestor.
Possibly, well, they're a ghost or whatever.
I think we're good.
Leave.
Maybe we walk back out the door.
Detective anymore.
Nope.
Investigate the fire scene. Okay,
so it's clearly
back in we go. They're just blanks. That's suspicious. I'm not sure what I missed. Anything? It's even got the little check mark. Last time was just hold this and we left it. Now I'm scratching.
Try a few other buttons.
Mash.
Oop.
Did the mash. We have a check mark missing.
Have a look at the corner of the room there. I don't think we were sort of. Oh, apparently we have.
It is dark. Oh wait. Oh, hang on.
A bloodstain.
Did someone escape the fire?
Yes. Brilliant.
It's clearly implying it's Charles with no pants on.
Maybe the thing is though, like he was trying to, like, why was he trying to kill them?
This makes a smart ass comment.
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident.
Yeah, there we go.
This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee.
Ooh, we found a bunch of bottles in that downstairs thing, didn't we?
And the boy.
Oh no, I thought it was a...
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I think that some of your colleagues should turn in their badges. This room is bursting with evidence that seriously contradicts the official inquiry.
Well, of course, Mr. Holmes. Like what?
What do we want to share? Because I'm thinking if we say that one, like if he's got something to do with it, someone's getting killed. So I'm not feeling that. I like this one. That one's just basically saying you guys did it wrong.
Yeah.
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you on that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got here.
Okay.
Without your authorization? By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So... well...
I think that since we kind of ruled out Kat as having anything to do with the occult side of things...
Or we've decided that.
And Kat really doesn't like him, which means that I don't trust him.
He might be occulty.
Yeah.
He's also, man, that's scars.
The time of the fire is a cool thing to notice, I think. That doesn't
shows that we're good detectives.
Yeah.
I was under the impression the fire started around midnight.
I forgot.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
That's impossible. What you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family. Besides, Dr. Fuller confirmed the hour of death in his report. Your clock must have already have stopped.
Oh my god.
And he pulls it back out again.
That's a really nice touch. I really like that. Ow! Who's this doctor?
Yeah, we haven't met him, sir, before.
Dr. Fuller?
A brilliant surgeon, and a friend of the family. I'm sure he took the matter to heart.
Tied to it makes it more
So,
suspicious.
excuse me if I value his opinion over yours.
Bet he was
So be it.
with whatever the creepy answers.
Let's move on.
Family as well, yeah. Could be others. Alright, fire wasn't. I'm not saying. Oh no. I'm not saying that one. I'm not feeling that. I'm thinking that gives us away. Fire wasn't just an accident. The fire was called on lamp.
Let's say someone had too
I
much.
found a bottle of whiskey. Empty.
Well, that must have been a loss for you.
No glass.
Fair call.
I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
We do.
The fire was caused by the lamp.
He also doesn't. I mean, obviously Prohibition was kind of a joke. But, like, if this guy was drinking heavily, I guess he probably wouldn't care. It does mean that he was possibly tied to whoever was producing the alcohol.
Also means he was drinking heavily if our suspicion is that something is up with the alcohol.
Yes, which we're kind of going with. Also,
And also
they were
eating
probably
fish
exporting.
people. Yeah. And also eating fish people.
Oh!
I suspect this lamp caused the fire.
That's what the investigation suggested, too.
But does your report mention the bloodstains? The lamp didn't fall, it was thrown at someone.
Oh, at
For heaven's sakes, no. The report doesn't mention that.
Was that really sarcastic? He was like, oh heavens no.
Oh no.
The report doesn't
I
mention
firmly
that.
believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I said the couple had a fire.
Yeah, because we also in the previous room they were kind of cracking it.
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
To continue this investigation. Strength points.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything.
Too late.
If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
We haven't met Chief Wizard.
Check behind, just make sure you didn't miss anything behind you.
Yeah, or the creepy thing that's following us.
Is that door locked?
This door is locked.
There's your answer. And what about that on the couch there? Is that anything?
Notes.
Okay, just notes.
Interesting if we found anything in that strange script.
History of medicine. Alright. Oh yeah, there's some weird stuff here.
The so-called civilized societies.
Well, we just got a medicine progression, which is nice. Check the back corner there. Yeah, around the fireplace.
So, I'm drawn by these lamps.
Turn
Yeah,
right.
hang on. These are creepy.
These bandages are covered in
Remember down in the...
the same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person.
Yep, that makes sense.
So, we know that he punched the mirror. I originally thought that was the bloodstains, but probably not. What could have been is if he threw the... It's probably whoever got hit by the lamp, because that had blood on it, right? That's the only connection to blood we have.
So if whoever survived comes running out, right, and they're wounded, they go down to the warehouse on the docks because they own it. They rest there and they take some time, and they put up the picture, and they are worshipped. So it's probably Charles.
I would say it's Charles, and also worship Sarah Hawkins. Yeah, what if it's not her joining into some weird family? What if she's the weird part of it?
Yeah.
She, begins to... No, they always lived here. And this place is already weird. I'm guessing it was him, but how did they get so far with, burying a body and everything?
The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty.
It's got to be something to do with
the lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty.
Come up again as a plot point.
Maybe she found out something that...
Is this one of hers?
Maybe she was challenging his participation in the weird and occult.
Oh yeah, so if he's a part of a cult and he wants to, say, fold the sun in, maybe, and she says, no,
yeah,
don't,
something
stop.
like that. Or the visions, she knows what's going to happen. Check down the...
Oh yeah, she had visions!
Yeah.
Also, there's an insane asylum around here somewhere.
Yeah. Check, you're getting a spot hidden, so there's somebody to see around here.
Yeah, that's right.
And also then...
I think I also walked right past. No, that was the blood.
And then you should also head down that hallway before you go upstairs, I think.
Upstairs I want to go to...
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Please read everything slowly 3 times. Don't want to miss much. We'll read everything slowly 3 times. We will. Oh, check upstairs maybe. Check upstairs. The cop's here, which means you want to check up the other place first before we progress.
Hang on. I think the cop's just doing his own thing. So this is painted by her.
It's the 3 of them.
This kid's pretty young. She burned through a lot of paintings, This is not one of hers.
Ooh. That is one of hers.
Really? It's sort of worshipy, isn't it? I mean, I get that it's your family, but this is the only subject matter she paints.
Maybe he was worshipping him.
His
Maybe
piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
Maybe he was folding in her, and she couldn't take it. She couldn't take him being folded in. She was happy to be, but couldn't take her child.
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, let's sprint. I think this will lead us through to the upstairs together.
Yeah, I agree.
Massive library.
Yeah, they're pretty... Well, I mean, they're explorer-y.
The world. The man. Well, that covers it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Something about a voyage. What was that one? California, Alaska. Okay.
Travel. Well, it's all travel related.
Ooh.
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable.
It's not one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings.
Well, that's interesting. That means that, she could have adopted. That might not be her signature. That might be an occult symbol that she started applying to it in later years. Or something. Because that's our detective, who is a better detective than you or I, has decided that is one of hers. So, I'd go with that.
Yeah. Went to get groceries. We've arrived in the manor of Sarah Hawkins, and we're looking around, and we have determined that it was a fight between the couple, and someone survived the fire. One of them, we're not sure who.
Who we think is the bloke that's downstairs in the.
They went
factory,
to the
not
warehouse.
The factory, the warehouse.
20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Cool.
The
pick out. Ooh.
Next one. I bet you were gonna get the Arthur Pym.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's the full name of the book?
It's like the something Adventures of Arthur. What is it? I can't remember. It was the Edgar Allan Poe though,
Yeah.
and that's a weird book.
The Journals of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket.
That's it. A crowbar found it probably was.
A crowbar?
Didn't he say that
Could
he
prove
had a
useful.
here?
I mean, it could have belonged to him while he was working, you know?
I suppose so. True. Alright. I was lost. I'm sure there's animation for having hot hands. only just started playing. It wasn't doing it earlier. Oh, we didn't have it out that much earlier.
Yeah, we put it away, you know, sensibly rather than burn ourselves.
Another photo of... Oh, it's actually not bad.
There's his signature again.
Can you hear something?
Oh, that's...
You heard that, right?
Yeah, that's a bit creepy. If there's more birds... what's the picture up there?
That's got her signature.
More seasides. Maybe it's... maybe...
It looks like an S and a C.
Yeah, which is her name.
Wait, what was it? Sarah Hawkins?
Or what was her old name? The
Winchester.
Winchester.
Or no, not Winchester.
Winchester was
it's like Ava. I think
we
it's
could
the
probably
guy,
find it if
no,
we
it was the guy. It was the dictionary names. It was Webster, I think, because I remember thinking it was the dictionary.
We've also got a
There we
bunch of
go.
character points.
Yeah, Webster. Yeah. Oh yeah, a deceased or
Maybe.
is she?
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
that's I thought that was the guy that I thought this was the guy that brought this in. I
Yeah.
kind of feel that. Cat gang boss. Okay.
Go to Pierce.
Upgrade.
Yeah. We've got 7 points. Because we...
Wait, do you know what we already have? Oh, I must have hit no.
Yeah.
Right. Now I got 3. Could we get this? Oh, almost.
Can we get the medicine one? Just have a look.
Do you want to get 2? Are we doctors now?
No, maybe psychology.
So
Yeah, let's
am.
wait.
We need 3. Can we get any of these?
Oh, but we know it's better to have the spread. We did discuss that.
Yeah, but I'm doubling it. Looks like an Eldritch symbol. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. So, wait, can we see the A for yes? Do you want to quit? Oh no, I have to validate. How do I validate?
We've got a lovely message from Bitters.
Yes, queens.
Good on you, mate. Let's validate
Do you
this.
really want to validate? Yes, I want to validate. Okay, there we go. We've upgraded. And we've got an achievement.
Oh,
which
Detective
doesn't show
Edward
up on the
Pierce.
stream because our head's in the way.
Yeah.
Mental trauma. Our sanity is...
We're doing fine so
impeccable.
far.
Well, that just makes me think there's still a lot more to
Could
Yeah,
Sarah
that's a
have
great
done to
sign,
make this
huh?
person threaten to call the police?
Oh, dear sir, as you know, I have always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife.
Okay, it's her.
Last week, she
Oh, no,
again
it's just her
terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. I bet he's the asylum guy.
The guy that did the autopsy. Was that him?
Who is probably the asylum
I mean,
guy
that's
too.
her, yeah.
He alone seems to be able to make her come to her senses. If these
Or is
disturbances were to
one causing
reoccur, believe me that, although it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Wellard. Okay.
We haven't met Anton Wellard yet, have we? We haven't. And Doctor, I want to see what. Hang on. I'm cheating. No, am I cheating? Are we calling the clues cheating?
No. We'll check them. We just won't check them too much.
Let's
Is
have
the
a
idea. Quick peek.
Do we have anything for the? No, we don't.
We don't know if someone's
it'll
called
be a
Wellard
clue.
yet.
Oh, wait, this is just going back and letting us look. So it was this.
Yeah.
Anton Wellard, and where do we find the thing about who did the autopsy? Oh, it's actually not listed. What is that symbol?
Is that the signature?
No. These
are
is being a
recreations.
detective.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
our
yeah,
symbol.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Alright, let's get out of here. Are we carrying around her shoe?
I think we are.
No, we're not.
Okay, well we didn't bring a shoe with us for some reason.
Okay. Oh!
What the heck?
You saw that, right?
Yeah, that was like a flash for a second.
There was like
Check
a
the
skull
painting. I
right
think that.
there. Just gonna keep that in mind.
Yeah, don't look away. It seems to be of him again. I think.
Yeah, but this one's really like it's like her sanity's falling apart. That's like looks half finished. Although I don't know nothing about art. Okay, what's this work?
Another one.
That's here. That's the warehouse. I
Yeah,
think.
that is the warehouse.
It's a different viewpoint. I mean, if she's painting her dreams, it's kind of interesting.
Along here.
Does this look ominous?
It does just a little. Should we skill that last character point into strength?
Waves crashing. You need to stop doing that, mate. It makes it dark when you
freaks.
do it.
Yeah, I mean maybe that's the thing. It's like be careful because you'll...
Locked.
Locked. Yeah. Oh, I was okay. Oh, this is the kids' room. No, this is a little...
The boys' room.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, to be fair, weird house or not, lovely property. You know, this would make a great home renovation show.
Throw out a couple of walls.
You know, and yeah, exactly.
Can't burn.
Open plan, the whole thing. Oh, the kids drawing too. Well, like mother, like son. I bet that's one of the people without faces that we saw in the opening.
Yeah, you're right. The faces thing's a good call, but they still seem to have mouths a lot.
What was going through that boy's mind?
What's going to be going through your mind later, mate? He set up all these like soldiers pointing at the door.
Oh yeah, is it protecting him? They're pointing. So these ones are firing out. Like this is a little blanket fort that he's made for himself.
What are those pictures on the wall?
And these ones are firing.
Is that a recreation of the town? I wonder.
Oh yeah. Ready to do this? Well, there was a big car that
doesn't have much to play with, does he? The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
There was.
And what's that picture of?
The Wizard of Oz.
I have no idea what that picture is.
That boat has wheels.
That's pretty cool. Oh, more pictures over there.
It's just silly. He's big on the Wizard of Oz.
What's that comic say? I can't read it.
No, wrong button. Wrong button. There we go. What's the trouble in there?
Nemo?
Go to sleep. Oh.
Okay. Is that something under his bed?
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Oh, no.
What's the trouble in there, Nemo? Go to sleep.
Point Nemo is the most...
The furthest one.
Yeah, the furthest point away.
And it's also...
Yeah, the point... So to explain in detail, Point Nemo is the place on Earth that is furthest away from land, and as a result, people in general, although boats do pass by. And while you're at Point Nemo, you will be closer to the ISS than you will be to land.
That's interesting.
Point Nemo is also really, really close to where H.P. Lovecraft said Rylek was.
Yeah, I think it's one of them. Yeah. Yes, that's right. That's one of those. So let's look under his bed because no, we can't.
I think we're about done here.
Well, no, I don't think we are because it's saying to enter. Oh, we haven't entered it. We're sort of wondering about
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world?
Yep.
I mean, that's a pretty good catch.
I'm just happy that we sort of got these things right, you know? Our theory crafting isn't complete chaos.
Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
They're big on the classics of literature, aren't they?
Yeah. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family?
Well, because like, when we took sleeping medicine, that's when we got the weird dreams. We had PTSD before then, so it could be that was actually sort of bringing him into like a deeper unconscious state.
What nightmarish vision could have inspired them?
Yeah, lots of vision. I think I saw something.
Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Nope, I'm wrong.
He looks pretty. He looks like he's projecting
the
care there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Investigate the manner I'm doing it. Boys' room. Okay. Alright. They didn't touch on the Wizards of Oz stuff at all. He's got 2 posters to it.
I mean, it's probably this thing. They got him a copy of the Wizard of Oz. They had 2 posters. It's like, you're not going to waste them. You're already...
Hello. Opens the door to Sarah's Hawkins' office. Was okay. Well, it looks like someone's parked there. Yeah. Is this it? Is that the door? Nope.
What will her room reveal about her?
Reveal. So I'm just gonna go straight into detective mode. Detective mode.
It hasn't invited us to do so yet.
Okay. Oop. No.
Chest at the end of the bed, maybe?
Nope. So she's got another book, which may or may not be relevant.
It's a nice room. Does this mean that she slept apart from her husband? If this is a solo room?
They didn't say it was just hers.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a happy marriage by...
I'm not sure. That's a good point. She's also got a locked... In her own house, she's got a locked... Why are we...
It's probably a different lock.
This padlock is too complicated for me. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
I don't even know what room that is. Yeah. We did that, we went here.
Hello. Going up. Attics and basements,
This door is
notoriously, great places to be in Call of Cthulhu.
Okay, then I'll just go there.
To the right there, maybe. Oh, no.
That's the boys' room.
That's the other side of the door. Oh, no, maybe turn around. That door that was locked previously, we may be able to open now because we have the key.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Hey, there we go. Nice. Oh, okay.
You know what? Yeah,
yeah, and going home. Do you want to skill some occult?
We don't have points to get to the next tier.
Don't we? I thought we'd go get another one in the little interim, I thought. Oh well, let's keep going.
Alright. Let's close the door so we can't get out easily. I'm not setting up any of that. Does that look more like ink than blood to you?
It looks like a burn mark to me, which immediately makes me think of fire vampires from or Cthulhu from the Keeper's Handbook.
Oh, that's something screaming. I thought those were eyes, but it's like a ghoul with its mouth open. Yeah, it's got like an easel in the center. She was painting...
Maybe painting is part of her, like, mystical process.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult?
No.
Or was she trying to achieve?
I don't think we learned anything from that.
Yeah. Let's have a look around.
That's her husband. That's a bust. He's got that little goatee thing.
Her husband also has sideburns, though.
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Painting for Boston clients.
JF.
Boston client for FS. This is in January to April, May.
Dr. F, here we go. That's the name we have. That's Dr. Fuller.
Yeah, Dr. Fuller.
Painting for
$500 painting.
AD.
And then FS $1,680. That's massive. Like I was looking at those like, oh yeah, $500 for a painting. That's pretty good.
Also remember
today,
this is this is back when like
that kind
$2
of
or
money.
$3 was pretty. I mean, they're clearly very
the Shambler for. Well, I mean, immediately I'm thinking Dimensional Shamblers.
Oh yeah, good call. Painting for FS. Dr. F, we've got a name for that's Dr. Fuller.
Treatment. It's a treatment. So Dr. Fuller's treatment.
Yeah, my first instinct is it's him. Like she's paying to be treated, but isn't a treatment a term for like scripts? Like, don't you give a script a treatment? Is it the same thing applied to paintings?
A script treat. I don't think. No, I don't think so.
Don't think so. Okay, so she's probably just paying for that. All right, so hang
on.
Why was
just
the
painting returned?
JFFSAD.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why.
He's drawn that up. I just want to quickly see if any of those names. FS. No.
JF is James Fitzroy.
JF one.
Yeah.
Strange that old Silas didn't get one. Like,
check JF again.
We need to go to. Oops. JF was one right at the beginning. Actually, one of the first. FS. I've forgotten. Was FS one of them?
No, we didn't find an FS. We didn't know who FS.
Or AD.
Or unless that was Francis. Whatever his name was.
Silas Winchester, BSW. Ow.
Okay.
How was that for timing too? It was like, That looks more like the painting we have in the...
Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
My very dear Sarah, ever since you left to bury yourself away on that lost island, your art has been attracting increasing numbers of collectors. I beg you to send me some new paintings. The last ones, so somber and strange, moving as no other paintings have been, are selling at a premium price. The percentage of these most recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friend who was the first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Affectionately yours, Maximilian L.
None of them were being sent to Maximilian L, but some were being sent to Boston for sale. So I suspect those ones. But I think they were all at the beginning, weren't they? Like, look.
Yeah.
So she sent them to Boston in January to April, then one in August, and then they just became
Did you check the right-hand drawer?
Yeah, we did that one. I can't remember what was in it, but we did it. I can't believe there's not more to get out of this. Hey, is that same script? That,
I mean, it's gotta be, right?
It does look similar, doesn't it? What's it? It's the same sort of green glowy thing. Do you reckon that's in the liquor?
Oh, good call.
Let's take us back into a room.
The door is blocked on the other side.
Yeah. Oh no, blocked is different.
Maybe.
Let's just find out. Let's go. So if we go.
Scratches on the
Scratch
wall.
marks.
Well, it's also clearly
It
the
looks like
ritual has
something-
been disrupted.
Something happened, and a few of these have been thrown to the side.
Maybe that was what resulted in the fight.
Oh yeah.
Bradley? Is that you?
Okay. Is
that door was closed.
You want to skill strength real quick?
The investigators.
If we didn't check it out. Oh, it's like it. I bet it's her that survived. She's come back to get more pictures. Get a specific picture to stop us from having a meeting. Thank you. It's a bit like us.
You!
Yes, we do.
Stop!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone.
Oh, man.
I just heard some noise.
Actually incompetent.
Are you all right?
No,
The man was hiding
Bradley.
on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
Catch the thief. Okay. I mean, he went this way, right? There's nothing. On
I'll
So he
cover
must have
you.
gone this way.
Let me switch from one.
Wait, do we want to go back?
This door was closed earlier.
No. It was a closed door.
Wait, which door was closed? Oh, that one. So he must have sprinted out.
Yeah, this is the one that I was. It was like turn around.
Where did he go? It looks like an old seaway map.
So there's dark water. Where else do we go?
Upriver. All the rivers kind of around. Yeah.
Somebody's out of corners. Oh, you know what? It's probably...
Oh, look, shipping routes. The Orpheus, the
Oh, the
Simclosine,
Scylla.
the Scylla, the Prodigal.
And the seal is the only one we care about, really, right? That's, well...
Which is the hard line.
Which does dark water and then goes north towards the Arctic Circle. I was thinking it might be the old, because what's his bloke was a... Charles was an explorer.
Yeah.
He did a little dip in Africa. Doesn't look like it's that. It does go near Africa. But not there. Okay.
Nothing there.
Does this... Our lamp has a temporary
There we
lamp.
go.
Oh, this is... Oh, well, we had thoughts.
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here? I don't...
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
That's the doctor, I think.
Yeah, that must be the doctor.
Hey, we've seen other people with those, with like the goatee, and I've been assuming it was him. That could be the doctor. He's got like a butcher's apron though.
don't see any.
I wonder who the man
Small
with the
infestation
glasses
of
is in the
rogue
photograph.
cultists. The house is still good for sale.
Probably another friend
And
of
yes, the
Hawkins.
Orpheus is a great name for a ship. You're absolutely right.
It looks like a freehand map of dark water. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why.
Cool. That's the seal at the top.
Yeah.
Is there anything on the back? There's yet to be anything on the back, but I'm gonna check every time. That was like a metal.
That look. Maybe that's the mansion. Yeah.
This is a very bad map.
Yeah. A child's map, maybe.
The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor.
And also so much.
Ooh.
This panel is movable.
Aha.
Strength check, rats.
Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism.
Okay.
Now we're talking.
Well, now the house is
Secret
just better.
passage.
Secret passages.
I must find a way
also
to
beginning to
activate the
explain
opening
why
mechanism.
how he got through without us seeing. If there's secret walls and Scooby-Doo style, the cultists could have snuck in and out.
Absolutely.
Than any other. We're forcing it.
We're forcing it.
Oh, we do have a crowbar.
Yeah, let's just use the crowbar. Well, it says nothing. It just says use the crowbar.
Whereas this one feels like it could be bad.
Yeah.
But
Use the
I
crowbar.
want
With
to be
this,
strong.
I should be able to force the gears.
Well done, Pierce.
Yeah, now
You need to go.
What's that on the ground?
As if the bookcase has been moved several times.
Detective needs to leave. Sorry, we're the detective. He needs to leave.
Alright, well, we have found a secret passage. Alright. It is now 10:41.
I was about to say.
Starting at chapter 4, I think that's probably a pretty good place to leave it. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. The next stream you can get is going to be on Sunday at 6 p.m. Australian time, or 11 o'clock PST on Saturday. Enjoy, and thank you. And we will be back next week with more of this. And everything will be going on YouTube, and there'll be plenty more Chaosium streaming in the future. So, thank you all, and see you later.
Cheers.